So we're safe for now.
You are safe, except for as soon as you come out of hyperspace, all of a sudden, there's just this loud, blaring klaxon that goes off all over the ship, and on top of it, what sounds like pigs squealing at a very high and oddly melodious pitch.
Gears, shut up!
Oh.
Did we have pigs in the cargo hold?
Maybe, but it sounds like they're going over the PA, so if they are pigs, they're sentient pigs.
Space pigs.
It's a hostile work environment.
Snorting and growling. And
Somebody go find out what that is.
It's not going to be this
Also-
scanned.
Activate the comms.
Now that you guys have a moment to settle down, there's a really bad smell coming from somewhere on the ship.
The
Gears!
Yeah,
Is it
yeah, something
T-Rex?
It's even worse than that, actually.
Oh.
Worse than Gears? That must have been
Tobon
the one he let rip earlier.
Oh.
It's finally circulated through the air.
It's evenly distributed everywhere now.
No! Abandoned ship!
And then Tobon will notice that the VDU, the Virtual Display Unit, I guess is that acronym there, is flashing quite a few warning symbols at him. All of them
Do
seem
I
to
know
be
what
in
any of them-
No, they actually are all in Trandoshan, which none of you speak.
But T-Rex does, right?
He's
If you
dead.
can, like,
Dead.
push his dead eyes to
He's
it,
73
make him
years
breathe.
old and he's dead.
Can we set it to be in basic?
Well, you can access this computer pretty easily because, well, it's a computer. It's like sitting down on a laptop. But you're not really sure because, well, if you're going to try to do it
Everything's
yourself,
in German.
Yes, everything's in German. Trandoshan German.
Can I co-pilot it?
So basically, we
Apparently
need somebody
not.
who's good with computers to take a look at it.
Oh,
You can try to make your own
guys.
computer check if you want.
No, because I know what will happen. I'll screw up, and then the computer will just not be working, and then we'll have to call tech support. Then they'll tell us to unplug it and plug it back in.
You
Did you try
accidentally...
turning it on and off?
You're going to accidentally install GLaDOS.
I suppose you would like your tech support to look at it now.
That'd
Fonzie
probably be a good
buddy.
idea.
Yeah, it would be nice.
We need that set up to basic. Meanwhile, we should go check and see what the hell is going on in the rest of the ship. Considering all we've seen is the entryway and the cockpit so far.
I will computers this.
Plus wherever Gears went to install the hyperdrive.
Okay, I'll go check it out.
Prestov,
Alright.
carry me.
And Prestov, maybe you should take a look at his leg.
I don't think so.
He'll just yell at it until it heals.
We need to cut that leg off.
I want a second opinion.
The boy needs
We need to
therapy.
cut that lead off.
I don't have a lid.
Yeah, I said it wrong.
Harsh.
Prestov just puts on a fake nose and mustache.
Okay, can I do some medicine on his stupid ass leg?
Yeah, do you want to take care of that first before we do the computer stuff?
His
Yeah.
ass leg.
There's probably like an actual med bay around here somewhere.
Possibly.
Yeah, but med bays are for pussies.
I don't think it actually does, no.
That's probably
Oh,
what
this
the
thing's
smell
a
would
death
be
trap.
anyway.
We don't need a med bay. I'll just rest my leg on Trex's corpse, and he can fix it up there.
It's like it was designed by Starin.
Alright. Oh dear, indeed.
Not enough pictures of cat girls.
Oh, awful. Critical injuries. Recovery. Okay, so basically what it is a medicine check, and it is determined by the critical injuries severity, which was an average difficulty because you got hamstrung. So it would be 2 purple die to fix it up. If you screw it up, however, you can't try again for another week.
Oh,
You gotta carry that weight.
I will literally set up a sling and make you carry me around if you don't fix my leg. It'll be like C-3PO and Chewbacca.
All right, so I've got 2 intellect, 1 medicine. Is that going to be a 1 and 1?
Yes.
You
Damn.
could spend a light side point
I could,
and upgrade
But I
it to
won't.
2.
but I'm not going to.
Alright, fine.
Fair enough.
Nice.
Oh, great. You gave me gangrene.
No, actually, what he does is he succeeds at fixing up the leg, and it will feel better momentarily. However, Prestov's bad mannerisms basically piss the Scand off, and he suffers 1 strain.
The Gand or me?
The Gand.
Me.
Sweet. I shouted at his leg until it got better.
What I would have done is just said that Preston broke his other leg so that he'd forget about the other one.
It's Prestov. There's a V. It's
Oh.
Russian for V.
All right, back to Gears. While your friend is basically shouting at the Gand's leg to make it better, to see if you can decode the Trandoshan into something else, go ahead and roll an easy computers check.
Oh, an easy one. That's damn. Is that no purple die or 1 purple die?
It's 1 purple die, actually, but because of the klaxons and the noise and the smell, you will upgrade that once, so it'd be 1 red die, and the the smell sets the setback die.
Okay.
I think you'd be used to it.
1 red die and 1 setback die.
That's how bad it is, man. It is bad.
Okay, well. Boom! I don't
Nice.
give a fuck. I'm tapping away like VTech just kicked in.
It's like, what smells so good?
Smells like Granny's home grits. Oh, yeah.
It's like Mom's kitchen.
All right, everything has been converted. You basically like uninstall this whole Trandoshan crap that Trex had on there and put it back into basic and also possibly Rhodian.
Stupid Windows 98.
Installs Google Chrome.
Oh, there goes all our RAM. Shit.
It's alright, it's got ad block at least.
All right, well, there's a couple things you notice while digging around the computer. The first is that Trex didn't really bother as much as like
Hiding
the
his
outside of
disturbing
the
porn.
Ugh. No, he hid that, unfortunately. But as much as the outside of the ship is rusty and crap, his computer's in pretty bad shape, as you know, evidenced
with
by
viruses.
all the viruses and spyware and crap. But mainly also the navigation computer is very, very outdated.
Oh, good.
It only has a couple entries into it, which are, let's see, Tatooine, Geonosis, Ryloth, Trandosha, Kashyyyk, and a place called Christophsis.
Chris Christopherson?
I knew he came from somewhere.
That's kind of bad because, well, Trandosha and Kashyyyk are really far away. And, well, now that you've had time to translate the thing, you notice that the klaxon is blaring because you have really low fuel.
Oh, good. He's also bad at filling his shit machine.
Wait, didn't somebody check the fuel gauge earlier?
I don't know whose job that would be.
The
But he failed his
co-pilot?
co-pilot's check.
The E means excellent. Keep going.
The E means every cell is full.
Gears is going to get on the horn and inform the crew of situation.
There's some other stuff, though. Of course, Tatooine's just where you came from, so you don't really want to go back there.
No.
Christophsis is this... I looked it up, actually. It's a mining planet that has really cool crystals and stuff like that. But
Nice.
they're actually a mining kind of merchant consortium, and they hate outsiders because they think everyone's there to jack their crystals.
Oh, not so nice.
And then Geonosis is, of course, filled with hostile bugs who are racist against all life.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
how's that different from any other day?
So basically, the one place you could go is Ryloth,
Oh.
which is the Twi'lek homeworld, which is apparently title locked, and it has
So
one
that's basically
day
a
of-
whore planet.
Yes, it has 1 day of total and complete unending daylight, and 1 of total nighttime.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so.
I hear they have a great nightlife.
I don't get it.
Well, don't quit your day job.
All right, so are you going to attempt to turn off the klaxon and music?
Oh, yeah, that would probably also be a good idea. Do I know what the smell is about? Because that seems...
I think while all this is going on, Tobin and Galen are gonna go be checking that out.
Yeah.
Well,
I like the car smell in that one episode of Seinfeld.
there's an intermittent pop-up that comes up every so often that is not, in fact, an ad for Trandoshan porn.
Oh.
Which,
Gears is disappointed.
Gears can actually read this to people on the PA. The translated text reads, "Delivery notice: cargo destined for, destined for client Timo, still on board. Cargo type: Wookiee skins. Cargo location: main cargo bay."
Ah.
So now we've stolen his new carpet.
Yes.
That's our new carpet now.
I always wanted a Wookiee pelt.
I wonder if he actually skinned the Wookiees, or he just brought the Wookiees with him.
We're gonna find out.
That's
Yeah.
what
You're
we're
gonna
gonna
find
That's what
out.
we're gonna find out.
Great.
Yeah,
This
no one
just
knows
became
for
a
sure.
zombie
Let's find
Wookiee
out.
This is
scenario.
becoming Star Wars survival horror shit, dude. Like Tomb Raider.
All right. Well, we're doing the other stuff with the cargo hold, and Galen and Toban can handle that. Give me a average computers check, Gears,
Okay, we'll do.
and we'll come back to you after that.
Kang! Oh, I succeed because I'm the best.
Nice. You find out that squealing noise is actually a Gamorrean opera.
Oh! Great. I didn't know
Culture.
they could do those.
Yes, a
I'm
Gamorrean
really
opera.
glad it wasn't Ugnaughts because I hate them.
But you're able to turn it off. Apparently, Trex really liked it, and he set it to play whenever he was away from Tatooine. So there you go. As for the source of the smell, as you open the cargo bay, Gears has kind of pointed out to you. Well, the first thing you notice is that it smells completely bad in here to the point where you have to find something to hold over your mouths. Most of the smell, or rather, part of the smell is that Trex apparently converted this part of the cargo hold into kind of like a almost med bay. I say that really leery because he also eats here.
Oh.
So, yeah, Trandoshan diet is largely consistent of raw hunks of flesh, and he's a messy eater.
Yeah.
Well, that's delightful.
What a
Indeed.
slob.
So it kind of looks like the set from a slasher horror film in here. But you don't see any Wookiee skin, so both of you give me a average perception check, and that'll be 2 purple, but since you know what you're looking for, add a boost die.
Perceptions off of what?
Cunning.
Damn it, perception is my best skill.
You're busy having your leg yelled at.
I know.
How many purple die?
2,
I perceived that
But we get a
already.
boost?
but you get a boost.
Well, give 2 more boosts to Galen. I mean, not Galen, Tovin.
No.
Oh, nope.
Wow.
And you can only add 1 boost die.
Oh.
No matter how many advantages you get, you can only pass 1 boost on. So we get a big fat nothing.
Yeah.
Yep, you don't find
We're
those
just
Wookiee skins.
jerking off into the air.
You're just staring at a big
Distracted
pile
by
of
the horrible smell.
staring
Yeah,
at a
that-
big
And
pile of
wanting to-
brown fur, and they can't figure out what it is.
Nope, you can't find it, so It must be hidden.
Dun, dun, dun.
Where would I hide a pile of Wookiee fur?
Well, you know that dealing with Wookiee fur is actually highly illegal, and of course, it would get you like totally, murdered if you tell the Wookiee that you deal in Wookiee pelts.
And that's why when we go to Kashyyyk, we're going to disguise ourselves in the Wookiee skins.
I'll just think we're Ewoks.
Only Prestov is short enough for that.
Oh, no.
So harsh.
Good work, eyeballs. You didn't find shit.
While that's going on, we go back to Gears real quick, because the computer has a lot of interesting info.
Oh boy.
Like this thing that says, transponder operational, receiving signal Timo, Mashuda, Tatooine, emitting coded response.
Ooh,
We don't
I
want
should
that.
probably turn that off. I should stop emitting coded responses.
Shut that shit down.
I'm going to attempt to shut down the transponder codes because fuck that.
Okay, hard check, hard computers check.
Alright, I'm going to use a destiny point on this one because
Okay.
this seems pretty important.
Also, since you weren't able to get rid of the smell, it'll be another setback die.
That's cool. So destiny point upgrades a thing, right? So
Right.
Cool.
Don't worry, Gears. I'll co-pilot this for you.
Heart is 3 purple and a setback. Oh, awesome. I'm gonna roll this shit. It's gonna be the best. I know it, because Gears is the best.
Nice. Well, you do succeed.
Awesome.
There's bad news and good news. Which would you like to hear first?
I would like the bad news first because I'm an optimist and the good news will sound better.
The bad news is that you can't actually turn it off. But the good news is there is a means to lower the rate at which it is transponding. So it's currently set to every 5 seconds it sends a signal out, but you can lower it down to an hour.
Ship is the worst ship we've ever stolen.
You also figure out that, you can't get out there at the moment, but it's located on the hull of the ship, right to the rear of the laser cannon turret.
We need
Okay.
to get to planet side now!
No, you're just going to do a spacewalk, Gears. We believe in you.
With no spacesuits, right?
I have a spacesuit.
I have
Do
a
you?
respirator.
I've
Yeah.
got nipples, Greg. Can you help me?
I could try.
Alright, so you set the transponder down to an hour?
Yes. I want it transmitting our location as least amount of times as possible.
That's good.
Maybe you could hack it to transmit a false location.
I'd probably have to get out to the physical device for that.
Physical, huh?
And by that point, we'd have to just tear it out.
Yeah.
Alright. Galen and Toban, are you guys going to be checking out the rest of the ship?
I guess
Yeah.
so. Very
Alright.
begrudgingly.
Should I be healing any of these wounds since Prestov was working on me, or is that just heal the critical?
That's what was just healing critical, but you can go. If Frestov wants, you can start doing normal medical checks.
Well, he doesn't want to, but okay. How about he just hits him with a stim pack and walks away?
Sure, you can do it.
Yell the blood back into him, Prestov.
Alright, let's do that.
I don't think this scan has had a stim pack today, so it'd be 5 wounds that he recovers.
No, it's just gears.
I think Saria had one too, right on the first encounter.
Yeah,
but
she
Saria
shot
doesn't.
up.
So yeah, the stim pack would heal 5 for the scan.
So that would be all of the wound.
All of the wounds, yes.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! All right.
God, I'm the best doctor.
Okay.
Well, searching around, Tobot and Galen actually managed to find some interesting things in the kind of bed areas.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Ah.
In one of them, there's a wampa skin rug that is stretched out. This was Trex's personal place. You could probably sell it for, a couple credits at least.
2, exactly.
You're a really creepy guy.
No, it actually had probably a couple hundred, maybe.
Heavily used wampa skin.
Don't ask for what.
Speaking of credits, though, you find 6,000 of them.
Damn!
Yes!
That's a lot of space bucks.
Pressed up
It is.
confiscates us all.
You mean we found 1,000?
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Damn.
Prestov's busy doctoring.
I'm retroactively using my co-pilot skill to spy on them through the in-ship cameras.
But you fail all your co-pilot checks.
Shut up!
Anyway, we found 6,000 credits
And a wampa skin rug.
and a wampa skin rug.
Those are in the basically the sleeping quarters.
Right.
I hope
You
it's
also
not
find
the
where the
credits
crapper
that
is.
smell.
What?
You also find the crapper.
Is
Oh,
that
nice.
the source of the smell?
No, it actually doesn't. It's oddly clean. Both it and the shower.
Well, he's never used those.
Yeah, as if they've never been used, yeah. Still in the wrapper.
The crapper wrapper.
Uh,
Oh,
And,
Galen might be racist against Trandoshans now.
some other stuff you find is that there's a kind of an engineering bay back. Did I? One sec. No, I should do that though. But if you could see the blown up map of the thing, back where the escape pods / storage closets are, there's kind of like a workshop set up. There's not
Area.
a lot that is actually useful there, but you do find some stuff.
Is that between areas 17 and 15?
I don't actually know because I don't have the picture up.
It's on the screen, on the map.
but the map's so tiny.
Just zoom in.
Oh, dang.
No,
You're
that's
right.
true.
Wow, huh?
That's some pretty good quality token there.
Holy crap! Yeah.
High res.
All right. So, yes, back by where 15 and 17 are, back in that area.
Engineering bay.
Okay, well,
that's
what
cool.
about the other cargo bay? Because there's 2.
We'll get to that in a second.
Uh-oh.
It's got a space monster in it.
Transporting
Absolutely.
a Rancor.
Oh no.
Fortunately, it can't move in there.
Every Rancor comes with a fat side card.
Well, first off, you find yourself basic hand scanner in the engineering area.
A hand banana, did you say?
Yes, a hand scanner. But in the engineering section, you actually find droid components, which are kind of just busted up, and well, it would take a really skilled mechanic and some time and more parts to put it together. Looks like it forms some kind of astromech unit, though.
Okay.
Well, I guess
Or-
Gears has got a little weekend project.
Or you could just sell it, and it would get probably a couple thousand credits.
But then we wouldn't have an astromech droid.
But then you wouldn't have an astromech droid.
Exactly.
Some other stuff there you find. It's really disarrayed, just like the rest of the ship. But you find a med pack, general purpose scanner, a set of electro binoculars, a respirator fit for a Trandoshan, 2 glow rods, and a toolkit. A really crappy, oily, ill-used toolkit.
Time for a rave.
Oh yeah.
Toolkit.
I feel like this guy was like, please don't tell anyone how I live.
That's probably why he fired upon us. Not that he didn't believe our lies. But, oh, shit, I've got company. I'd better kill these guys because they're gonna say things about me.
What if they tell my mom?
That's when Gears finds that like half of Trex's bookmarks were for Space Reddit.
In his space cubicle, you find stacks and stacks of Chinese food containers.
No.
Old pizza boxes. An entire mountain, more like a pyramid of Coke cans.
All of
Nice.
his used jumpsuits are stiff with grime.
You hope it's grime.
Ugh.
Ooh.
But while they're messing around in engineering, Gears managed to find another thing. There's this cool little icon. It's flashing at him. It looks like a cage.
It's Bond's
And-
buddy.
Indeed, if you press it, it says, Captive Militant Burra Bond, still on board. Recommended response, return to Mashuda and collect bounty immediately. Last fed 6 hours ago. Last refreshed 8 hours ago.
Uh-huh. I'm not gonna click it I'm not gonna open it, I guess.
No, this is just telling you when he was last fed, when he was last able to crap.
I will comms over that. Looks like we've got a prisoner on our stolen ship. This keeps getting better. This is the worst ship we've ever stolen. And it's the first ship we've ever stolen.
Is the prisoner the source of the smell?
No. Or at least you probably don't think so.
You
hope
sure?
not. Yes.
I mean, 8 hours.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
So he's in actually the other cargo hold, which is the thing that we were going to investigate now, I suppose.
All right.
We're off to see the prisoner.
I guess we wait for the others if they're going to come along.
Are you all going to assemble in the cargo hold?
Might as well. I mean, I've
Okay.
seen... Every time I look at the computer, I frown a little more about the ship, so... Next time I'm going to look over it, it's going to say, suddenly, your right wing is missing.
Also,
See how-
your ship is a Sarlacc.
Oh, no!
But what if you miss something important because you're not there?
Well, I'll let the chips fall where they may.
Gears will get back and say, oxygen supply expired 30 minutes ago.
I'm gonna hobble down there.
Oh, but your leg's feeling better.
I'm gonna hobble anyway.
Just to play it up.
Yeah, sympathy.
The Scand is milking the crowd.
I need to have some excuse for my terrible performance in that space fight.
Alright, so this cargo hold is actually clean, strangely enough. But it has stuff in it. The less savory part is that there's several binders hanging from the walls.
Are they full of women?
No, unfortunately.
Don't
Dang.
understand the reference.
It's a Mitt Romney joke.
That was the joke.
Oh, you suck, McBain.
But yes, Trex was in fact a bounty hunter, so this is apparently where he does his restraining of prisoners and things like that. So, other than the binders, there's cylindrical cell units which are on tracks, which you can easily transport. 5 of them at the moment are empty, but one, of course, contains a male Twi'lek, who is supposedly Bourbon.
I like where this is going.
Oh my!
I'm
he's-
disappointed it's a male Twi'lek.
He's
I'm
in-
excited.
The sausage party continues.
Sarya's here somewhere, I'm sure. He's an older dude. He's frail. He looks, very uncomfortable in this thing. And one thing that is really obvious is that one of his leku, the tentacles from his head,
The
from the
head
right side of his
snakes.
head, has been cut off. Yes, the head snake.
That's
But
terrible.
yes, one was cut off. It's just an ugly, cauterized stump at the moment.
Ew.
Why would you do that? Did he eat it? Did T-Rex eat his head snake?
God, I hope not.
Is doing that for Twi'leks anything like cutting off a dude's nut? I mean, I don't know.
Oh, the Leku are highly sensitive and are used for communication as well as pleasure.
So yes, basically.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
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 It's like cutting off an ear and a nut.
Yeah.
And once he hears you guys coming in, well, he looks pretty alarmed. But then when he sees you're not, a horrible T-Rex monster, he becomes a little more laid back. But he doesn't really, talk to you. And he doesn't initiate, I should say.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, yeah, I think we should let Prestov do this when he gets back.
Really? You want
No,
Prestov
okay.
dealing
No,
with
we
the
don't want that.
traumatized prisoner?
Yes.
Well,
I
let's-
have numerous social skills, thank you very much.
Okay. We'll
This-
do it your way.
This Gand is
Yeah,
going to see if there's a... Well, this Gand is actually going to get out his rifle just in case this Buraban is bad news.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't.
The thing did say that it was a militant.
Yeah. I'm gonna cover Buraban while you guys do whatever. Because I have no social
Alright.
skills.
This Gand, make me a perception check.
Oh god. Okay, just a second.
There's 5 other Twi'leks hiding with guns.
I think that's 1 green and 2 yellow for me, I think.
Okay. It'd be an
There.
average check, so 2 purple.
Come on!
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Perfectly canceled each other out.
This Gand feeder noob, GG.
I'm gonna go grind jungle.
Excellent.
Well, you at least figure out that the other cells are not exactly empty. They don't have anyone in them, but they had someone in them at some point. We can come back to that later.
That's kind of disturbing.
So, yeah, this Twi'lek. Where'd that go? There it goes.
Is this...
Well, once you figured out you guys aren't the horrible T-Rex monster that, cut off his freaking Leku, or at least you suppose not, he seems kind of happy, and he basically kind of asks if you would let him out of the cell and, let him use the crapper.
You guys gonna let him out?
How trustworthy does he seem?
Well, he's an old, frail Twi'lek. He's really not much threat to you guys, especially because, he's got one Leku seared off and he has no weapons.
There's not
Yeah,
a
let him
super
out.
deadly Twi'lek martial arts style, is there?
Whatever. If he kills anybody, it'll probably be Galen. Let's let
Lek
him.
food.
All right, so yeah, he basically does exactly what he says. He stretches his legs and he goes and uses his crapper.
We don't have to be there and watch while he does it, do we?
Only if you
Wait
want to.
awkwardly.
This Gand is still pointing his gun at the entrance to the toilet. Just in case. He could be building a bomb in there.
Oh dear.
He might, in other words, yes.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, you let the Twi'lek out to crap.
He's putting an upper decker in our toilet.
So he's christening it.
But after he's done with all that, well, he seems pretty friendly, jovial. A little wary, of course, but yeah, so... Are you going to ask him anything?
Sure, how do you wind up getting in there?
Well, that seems to be a mistake, because when he starts talking, he just keeps talking. He's a rambler.
Oh boy.
Let's have this Gan shoot him.
No.
I am going to surreptitiously caress my gun, though.
That seems to speed him up. So, he kind of summarizes the story. He says that he was indeed attacked by a certain Trandoshan bounty hunter who indeed cut off his leku. It was during the fight, though, so it wasn't like some sort of horrible torture thing. At least, you hope not.
Well, thank goodness for that.
Indeed. He starts mentioning, though, that why he thinks he's here, because he doesn't actually know why a Trandoshan, well, he could be lying, but he doesn't know why a Trandoshan bounty hunter would be after him, but he gives this account of basically being a miner, Rill miner from Ryloth. Rill is a weak form of spice that is usually used for medicine by both the Republic and the Empire. And of course,
the spice must flow? Is that what we're going at here?
Yes, exactly. But no, recently, the mines were kind of a source of political turmoil. They had some Occolish thugs come in and start terrorizing mining communities and, basically forcing the Twi'leks into some slave labor. But then they kind of organized and, unionized and kind of overthrew the Occolish thugs, but then some other dudes came in. They're not real sure who these other guys are, but around the time that they started making trouble for these new guys, that's when he got captured.
Was any one of those guys a droid?
No.
This Gand loses interest.
He has no further use for this Twi'lek.
Are these new guys human?
There are all sorts of races, really.
Well, then I don't begrudge them, because at least there's equality.
Except for the Twi'leks.
Yes, the Twi'leks are being horribly oppressed here.
Well, then I
well,
feel
you're in luck.
bittersweet.
Well, you're in luck, because looks like we're going to Ryloth.
Well, if
Mostly
you mention
have a lack of options. What?
If you mention that, he suddenly gets real interested and says, he knows dudes in, there, of course. If you take him to the city of Nabat, he will totally hook you up with some mechanics that he knows. And, you could get your ship repaired and refueled for free. Yeah, if you give him a ride.
Oh, so we can't just go there and leave him here.
Is there anything I can roll that would let me determine if he's in any way messing with us? Or lying?
What would that be?
Sounds like a perception check.
I guess it would be, yeah.
Oh man, are we all going to get to do perception checks again?
I hope so. What difficulty? Or do we just roll it?
Yeah, just roll it.
Perception 1.
Nice.
There you are.
There's that success. Well, you can be certain that he is not really messing with you in that he's saying honest things, but he seems to be reluctant to share everything.
Well, it's not like we're telling him everything either.
Yeah. He's just holding something back, you can tell that.
Oh, and by the way, I'm a Twi'lek prince.
Okay, is there anything are we going to be in any kind of danger bringing you back then?
No, he's a good guy. He's good for his work. I mean, what's he going to do to inform people that, you guys are coming to set up a trap? It's not like you're going to let him near the comm systems or anything.
No, we're certainly not.
We'll just send him to scout out ahead an hour before we go anywhere, because he knows where he's going.
Well, he can have a bed, I guess. Like an actual bed, because there's like all those bunk beds and shit.
I'll make him shack up with Gears. Need someone to keep an eye on him.
It got really weird really fast.
He does ask you how you guys came about the ship, since obviously you have stolen it.
Stealing is a big word. Do you want to take this, Tovin?
Okay. So we were on the run from a hut, and this was
Which
the
hut?
only way we could get off the planet. Which hut is it?
Timo.
We were on the run from Timo the Hutt, who was apparently the guy you were getting taken to, by the way.
Hmm.
And well, we needed a way off the planet, and Trex disagreed. So we had to enter into some forceful negotiations.
And that's how babies are made.
Maybe Ferodian.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my.
Oh.
Did he seem to react any when I mentioned Timo?
Actually, yes.
He said, BMO, I love Adventure Time.
No, he actually comes out and says what he's thinking. Mostly, in that long-winded way of his. He said that he kind of wonders with the fact that his organization of unionized Twi'leks were making a fuss over these guys that were coming in to develop the mining complexes around his. He kind of wonders if maybe he was captured for a reason, and then maybe I don't know. The Hutts are kind of trying to muscle in on the real production.
Oh,
I mean,
my.
That does seem like what Hutts would do.
It does.
Though, I mean, muscle is a strong word for anything Hutts can do.
That's why they have goons.
Actually, Hutts are really strong.
I know.
They're just really awkward too.
They're like super slugs.
Goons.
I had goons.
I didn't hire any goons. Oh, boy.
All right. So,
So-
anything else you want to ask about this guy?
Should I go and astrogate towards Ryloth?
Didn't you almost notice something before? About the other cells?
I
There's
noticed
some stuff in it.
that there was some stuff in them.
Maybe you should check that out.
God, fine. I go to check out the other cells.
Use your special eyes.
All right. Well, there's really no need to roll for this because you kind of find something in one of the cages that isn't, crap. Feces.
Is it the source of the smell anyway?
No, actually, it isn't.
What the hell is that smell coming from?
I could tell. Nah.
He left something on the radiator, and now it's gone.
There's a frozen chicken in the engine compartment.
Oh.
It's not frozen anymore.
Oh.
It's been there for like 3 weeks. Where is that? That's gonna drive me crazy.
Oh my. So
I knew
sorry.
I bought a chicken at the store, but I don't have it now.
Sorry, what do I find in the capsule?
Brown shit in his shell. So.
Did you say brown shit in a shell?
Shitness, I think he meant.
Shitness.
Brown chitinous
Oh.
shell.
It's too late. That's an exotic meal.
Is this
Aw.
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We're
Wait
waiting.
a minute.
I have knowledge xenology.
Oh,
You can roll
damn!
it.
I'm gonna roll it. Watch,
Can't really-
watch, see if I don't.
8 despairs.
What's the difficulty on this bad boy?
It is a hard check.
I'm gonna fail. So that's what is that 4?
It's 3.
Hell yeah!
Damn.
But now that brown shit really hates us.
It's a GAN shell. And now you feel bad, so you take 40 stress.
Well, you think that they're the pieces of chitin are some sort of from some sort of intelligent insectile species, insectal, whatever.
Some kind of species that might be from a planet called Geonosis.
Perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
You do know that sometimes said possible Geonosians shed out our shells in order to grow and heal. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the person or thing that this shell was attached to previously was killed. So,
Well, I'm gonna have to
Slowly
ask.
turn to look to the Twi'lek.
I have to
Gesture
ask
at the
Buraban what happened to this Geonosian.
OOC information. No, but
It's the insectoid alien.
he doesn't actually know anything about it.
Dang.
Is he lying? Will shouting help him remember?
No, he really doesn't know anything about it.
Either way, I'm going to point out to the rest of the crew here that sometimes Geonosians shed their exoskeleton. So there may be a Geonosian on board, perhaps, or not.
Prestov doesn't think that's very likely.
What are you doing with the shell?
Eat it. Eat
Just
it.
going to leave it there.
I wish we had a Zoidberg in here to kind of slip into the shell.
I don't know what I would use that for.
All right. All right,
Finally, Gears is popular.
Actually, maybe this Geonosian is our Zoidberg. That's what I think.
Alright, so that's that then.
That is indeed that. So we just have one more thing to do, and that's an astrogation check, which will be easy to plot a course to Ryloth.
What does astrogation run on? What skill? Or what ability? Attribute?
Astrogation is intellect.
Okay.
Time to use the power of math.
I did it.
Yeah, good work there.
I astrogated.
Clean up after you're done.
All right, you definitely make it, and it'll take you about 6 hours to get there, during which we shall break for this tonight.
All right.
Huzzah!
Good
job.
game, everybody.
Good ship fight, Captains.
Well done, folks.
Indeed, everyone gets 15 XP.
Yay!
Awesome. If you don't spend all yours, do you keep it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That means I've got 20 more, because I only spent 15 to get Mechanics 3.
Yeah, I'm up to 40.
Damn.
I'm at 15.
I'm also at 15.
Same here.
Not for long.
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess say goodnight, folks.
All right.
night,
So
Say goodnight.
Good night, everybody.
I'm going to end the recording there, so until the next time, all the best.